Hello everyone, this is the answers video. I'm going to move this way, just so I'm not in the center of the screen, but I'm between my two bookshelves. I think that looks better. Anyway, this is the answers to quiz number 2, hashtag 2. So yeah, should be 20 points in total. Mark your own, mark the person sitting next to you. There should only be 2 of you. Unless, of course, you live in a big family, in which case it's probably all right, isn't it? Either way, don't get together to do this quiz. It's not cool. Okay, so I asked you what were these 5 Italian things. One was a cheese, one was a dessert, one was an opera, one was a pasta, and one was a place. Question 1. Colomba di Pasqua is a dessert. It's a pudding. Colomba di Pasqua means doves of Easter. I believe they're sort of meringue things. Anyway, it's a pudding, a dessert. Question 2. Sigismondo is an opera by Rossini. Question 3 was Mafaldine. It's a kind of pasta. Apparently it's short ruffled ribbons, and it's named after Princess Mafalde of Savoy. So there you go. Question 4, I gave you Felciata di Calabria. That's a cheese. It's a little, I think it's a goat's cheese, but it's wrapped in fern. And the fern is the Felciata bit. It's little fern. And lastly, Giuliano in Campania is a place in Campania. So there you go. That was your 5 there. 1 point for each. All things faith and mystical. I asked you which animal jumped on the ox in order to win the race. It was the rat. If you said mouse, you can have it, I suppose. But yeah, it's the rat. It's the year of the rat this year. So there you go. He jumped onto the ox who was winning and then jumped off the ox in order to cross the finish line first. Cheat. St. Anthony of Padua. Question 7. St. Anthony of Padua is usually depicted holding a lily or lilies. It's a symbol of purity. If you said St. Joseph, that's all right as well. He has been depicted as holding a lily. I'm quite certain I have expert Catholic friends who are going to tell me there are 73 other saints that also hold lilies. I did say male though, so none of the female ones is all right as an answer. Question 8. I asked you which line of latitude with a name was nearest to the sun at the equinox. That would be the equator, and it's actually the same for both equinoxes. Equinoxes? It crosses, the sun crosses the equator on the equinox and then gets to its most extreme point at the solstice, which is either the Tropic of Cancer or the Tropic of Capricorn. Question 9. How many days long is Ramadan? It's 30. Apparently, occasionally it's 29, but the more standard is 30, and it's 30 this year. So if you said 29, maybe you can have it. And question 10. Persephone was forced to stay in Hades because she ate the seeds of a pomegranate. So if you put pomegranate, well done. If you put seeds of a pomegranate, well done a bit more. But yeah, pomegranate. The food of the dead that she ate was pomegranate. I gave you song lyrics or cue lines for songs from musicals. I'm going to attempt to sing these, and you can all criticize my singing. So, question 11. Who else would love him still when they've been used so ill? He knows I always will, as long as he needs me. That may not be the right tune for the right bit of the song, but anyway, the answer is as long as he needs me. It's from Oliver, ! So half a point for Oliver, half a point for as long as he needs me. He may not always say what you would have him say, but now and then he'll do something wonderful. Something wonderful from The King and I was the answer to question 12. Question 13. The city goes to bed, and I can live inside my head on my own, pretending he's beside me. From Les Miserables, on my own for half a point, Les Miserables for another half a point. Nature is lovely in her loveliness. Nature is lovely and rejoices in her loveliness. I am a child of nature and take after my mother. Those are the spoken lines that lead into the song, The sun whose rays are all ablaze with ever-living glory. So the sun whose rays are all ablaze, if you want. It's from the Mikado, Gilbert and Sullivan. So half a point for the Mikado, half a point for the sun whose rays are all ablaze, if you want. And lastly, if she fights when her clothes you must sing. What are clothes? Much ado about nothing. Brush up your Shakespeare. from Kiss Me Kate. Brush up your Shakespeare. Half a point. Kiss Me Kate. Half a point. And lastly, your 4 random questions with a link. I asked you, who claimed we're more popular than Jesus now? This is question 16. Who's more popular than Jesus now? That was John Lennon. He famously claimed that we, the Beatles, were more popular than Jesus now. So the correct answer is John Lennon, not the Beatles. I did say the individual person. Question 17. The sportsman who said, I spent a lot of money on booze, birds and fast car, the rest I just squandered, was George Best. Question 18. JFK was president during the Bay of Pigs. It was his predecessor who sort of set the whole thing in motion, kind of, but it was JFK who actually dealt with it at the time. The Prime Minister of India, question 19, who was assassinated in October 1984 by 2 of her own bodyguards, was Indira Gandhi. And question 20, the link is they are all airports. So John Lennon Airport serves Liverpool in the northwest. George Best Airport serves Belfast in Northern Ireland. JFK Airport serves New York. And Indira Gandhi Airport serves New Delhi. So there you are. Let me know how you did. You should have it out of 20. Hopefully this was fun. I'll carry on posting them until someone tells me to stop. Bye.